We have a quorum. Mr. Tejada, Mr. Rhodes, Ms. Paris, and myself. Mr. Sack is absent today because of some business he had to take care of. He's out of town, I think. And the next thing is the Pledge of Allegiance, and I don't see the flags.
Flags built.
There they are. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Still have a hard time getting started on that. Okay. Citizen input. Jim, you have anything?
Not a word.
Not a word. Anyone else? Big comment. Okay. Tony, I think the first thing on the agenda is an update by Lee Rivera, which I sent as you. Yeah, about 4A sponsored event on the 3rd of July, 2016.
All right.
You got the floor.
So, our July 3rd event, let me go over some of the proper things it's now called, is the Floresville Economic Development Corporation Family Fun and Freedom Fest, presented by Richardson Brothers Chevrolet, Polaris, Floresville 4A, and the City of Floresville. I'm glad it's longer because that means I'm getting sponsors, so that's good. It's going to be July 3rd. It's going to be, we're utilizing the field right here in the front, the entire side of the building, the entire back side of the building, the parking lot. Half that lot will be used for a car show. Part of this field back here is going to be for our kids area. We're going to have a kite flying field that's going to be back there that's free. Once again, it's kids 12 and under are free. Everybody else is $5 pre-sale. We have 2,500 pre-sale tickets available. We're going to go on sale on this Monday. Our locations as of right now that they're going to be on sale is Richardson Brothers Chevrolet, Floresville City Hall, Smith Gas, Wilson County News, the Lavernia News, where else? Here. We also have, and so I'm going to be issuing out tickets to everybody. Beginning of next week, I will be driving to everybody's house or wherever you work and issuing out tickets to every person on 4A to sell. We'll be issuing them out to other people that have asked, hey, can I sell some tickets for you? Great. We'll take as many as we can. I log that into a spreadsheet, what number of ticket, 1 through 25 is going to this person, that kind of thing. Circle G, looks like they're going to come in to sell, just confirming tomorrow, because I want to have them in Poth. I have a couple places in Stockdale that are interested. I'm actually going to Stockdale tomorrow to try to nail that down. So I want to have a place, throughout the area to promote. But things are looking very good. The community response has been great. The corporate response has been great. Other sponsors that we have with this event are Barrett & Sons, who is the company that does our air conditioning here. Phelps, Wells Fargo, Republic Services, Miller Lite, San Antonio River Authority, HEB, La Quinta, Floresville Dental. So things are looking good. Things are very positive. Like I said, it's a $5 ticket. It's not a lot to ask of anybody. We really want to push that pre-sale ticket. It's $10 at the gate. But I have putting a lot of hours into this to make sure that we do it right. But the volunteer spaces, places that people can volunteer, I need people at the gates, things like that. I will send that out to the 4A group, most likely tomorrow or on Saturday. I'll be here working Saturday on this and get that out to everybody so people can look and see where they want to volunteer to work. This flyer here, this paper-sized flyer, this is going out in about a week and a half into every single water bill. Okay? We printed it up today. It'll be included there, so that'll be some direct marketing to everybody that's in our immediate area here at Floresville. Yes, sir. 300 of these were printed up today. Joe is going to be helping everybody. I want to get as many people to help put these up. Joe has been kindly to volunteer to take some to some of the outlying areas to get those up. But I printed 300. I can print as many more as I need. But if anybody could take some and knows of a place they could put it up, that's awesome. That'd be great. But it's looking very good. Okay, we have one food booth available, and that's the roasted corn booth. Everything else is sold out. Our vendor spaces, which is going to be indoors, we've been on sale for 2 weeks. We've sold 14 of them. I will be visiting a lot of other events in the area, Stockdale, Watermelon Jubilee, things like that are happening in June, just to promote and to garner up more vendors, things like that. Being that we haven't done an event like this in a long time, just going based on numbers in the past, we're expecting a very large crowd. But it's hard for us to expect to nail it down on how many. 3,000? That's fine. I'd love to have 3,000, but there's nothing that says that we can't have 6, which would be scary because I have to order beer, sodas, all those kind of things. And so it might be a good problem to have, just like a Balloon Fest had as they were overwhelmed. We could get overwhelmed because I can't very well go just buy $70,000 worth of beer and have it sitting there just in case everybody shows up. I can't do it that way. And so we're just going to be paying attention to what's going on, community awareness, what are people talking about, and go from there. Any questions from anybody on our event, on this event? This is our 4A event. This is our staple event that we have taken, and we are going to run with this in the largest way we can this year.
No, it's just, I don't know, the Lord is going to be, I think it's going to be outside, with music and all.
We're going to do in that field over there, we're going to have a large stage facing the tree with scaffolding on the sides, with banners, the whole big sound system. We have, like I've always said since I've gotten here, is all-inclusive event. So this one's going to be, it's going to have Roberto Pulido as a Tejano artist. It's going to have John Wolf and Mario Flores. They both have songs in the top 15 in Texas country right now. Ruben V, who is a rhythm and blues guitarist, singer. Cinco, who's a local band that's based out of 3 different towns around here, Pleasanton, Floresville, Elmendorf. And then we're going to have the patriotic tribute for about 45 minutes with our County Line Community Band. So we're going to be meeting the needs of as many people as we can.
What are the VIP tables?
The VIP tables. All right. So outside we have the tree, our 550-year-old tree. We will have 24 tables that will be directly under that tree. That will be guaranteed shade all day because that tree provides that. There'll be opportunities for people that want to buy a table and have it reserved. I don't want to get there at 2 o'clock. Okay, you get there at 5 o'clock. It's going to be saved for you. You buy it, it's yours. We have some tables underneath this patio here that some of them are going out to our sponsors who purchased part of their package. And then there'll be probably about 6 or 7 available there. They sit 8 people. So those will be above and beyond somebody that wants to pay more to be in the complete shade all day. That does not mean that there's not going to be shade for people that come, because that tree provides an extremely large area of shade. We have plenty of shade there, grass for people to come bring their own chairs. We're not going to have tailgating. That's one of the things on our poster. No tailgating. You can't just come hang out. Come to the event, enjoy it. We're going to have all the food booths out there. Barrett & Sons, who's one of our sponsors, we're going to have a cool down area outside where we'll be in a tent where you can go sit down and listen to music, but there'll be 2 called porta-cools that drop the temperature about 15 degrees. And it'll be, you can go in there and relax. We're going to have plenty of seating inside for people that want to come relax in here. We have different things going on in here. The library is going to be doing robotics. We've got different presentations from different companies that are purchasing booths. Concession stands will be open. Our opening ceremonies will be here on the stage. This is where the County Line Community Band will be doing their patriotic set right here. So plenty of restrooms, inside and outside, porta-johns, and we'll be using the facilities in here. And then, of course, our fireworks, our San Antonio River Authority Fireworks Spectacular will be coming from the rodeo ring out there. And everybody here on the grounds will be able to see that nice and spectacular, I hope. Any other questions? But we are going to need volunteers. We need people to come help. I mean, it's just, to put on an event at this magnitude, you can't do it without volunteers if you want to try to make money. And this is a fundraiser for us, for 4A, for the community. And so yes, we're calling on help. Boy Scouts of America have reached out to me. They're going to help us. We've got different organizations. The Parks Foundation is going to help, but I could use as many volunteers as possible. Good? Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions on that? We'll move on then to discussion about rental rates and terms and conditions for ballroom, patio, basketball courts, and other areas. Do we have any information on that?
I'm not sure who requested that.
Mr. Sack is the one who requested that out.
Okay.
Okay.
It's asking about rental rates, terms, conditions, and ballroom, patio, basketball courts. Would you like for us to give you the construction rundown and all that?
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. So construction, we're still, last time we met, we were about 95%. We're still at 95%. Based on, man, this weather's been crazy. We have some work to be done on the roof in regards to some of our air conditioning units. And to do that kind of work, it has to be dry. It can't be that 40% chance of rain, that kind of stuff. We need to get it done right. And so that's going on. The basketball gym is doing very well, no leaks, things like that. We're having to take care of it like a baby. Gloria is working hard with all her tenants because it is busy every single day with volleyball and different types of basketball leagues. So Gloria's just been working tons on trying to make sure everybody's following those rules that we all worked on to establish. You always have different things that come up. So like when y'all walked in today, a couple people mentioned the birds, our friends out there. And so those birds, when their nesting season is just started. So when the nest gets there, they're protected. So tomorrow, the pest control people are out here tomorrow to take care of that for us, hopefully, where we're in compliance with not messing with the protected animal or their habitat. And so they just started building their nest the day before yesterday. So we're trying to hit that right away. Everything else seems to be going well. I mean, Gloria's it's been hectic for Gloria because we lost one of our employees, our maintenance man left now 3 weeks ago. And so we went through those pains of Gloria has been helping mop everybody, just helping double duty. But I think they're close to getting a new staff member, probably in the next couple of weeks. I know that Henrietta and them were doing some interviews and consulting Gloria on that, but I don't know. What else, Glo?
That's about it. We've just been trying to make the best of it without an employee here, and I've hired some contract labor people that have come and helped us clean and all that, but it's really stressful. I need somebody here, but I'm hoping that within a couple of weeks, we're going to have someone here to help out.
I was going to ask, are you getting any feedback about our pricing and things like that
Pricing on what?
on the ballroom and
Business as usual, really.
No.
Yeah. We started selling the wine. That went over very well last week. I mean, for the first time, it was
tell me about that a little bit.
we had, what was the celebration for
For
retirement?
the Father Frank's 40th
Right.
anniversary, we started selling the wine, and Tony had ordered, what, 6 cases? 6
You know, we started small, and we're starting baby steps. We're starting to order the wine by the glass.
The little bottles.
The
of
small
wine.
bottles of wine. We sold 40 of them first night, which was good, and different types, so we got to see what people are really going to be liking, and we'll gradually grow bigger in how we do that. But I thought it was great, 40 for the first night.
And we've taken an inventory of what we've sold more, so that way we can get kind of the same things, or either try different
different brands,
flavors.
different things. But
I thought it went real well, considering that was the first time we sold wine.
you know, we did not have $4.
$4, and it's a little bottle.
It's an 8 ounce.
Like this, and we would sell that, plus give them a cup with ice, or if they wanted a cup of ice.
I didn't notice the old wine bottle, a little bottle like that.
Yeah, it's like a miniature wine bottle. It's a miniature wine bottle. They sell them in 4-packs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. This one, the barefoot.
Oh.
Barefoot. And so that, we're going to start with that. We are going to start carrying some higher end wines or medium end wines because there are people that would like that. we're just testing to see what flavors or what types are the ones that people are wanting, and then we can kind of go there and see how that goes.
But as far as rates and all that, no. Yeah,
People are still calling.
they're still calling.
Is there a separate rate for the patio? Do y'all just rent the patio?
Well, our, should I say, our old contract, okay, we included like the patio, the whatever, you know.
If you rent in the
out
ballroom, you got the patio for
Right,
free.
but I think we're gonna probably change that before too long, or hopefully change it, because a lot of people just want, and we have different prices, we have different fees. If you wanna just rent the patio, we'll rent the patio to you.
And that includes, I think, the
That
rest.
includes the 2 restrooms over here. And we've done that a lot. We've done that for a family reunion. We did that for a graduation party last
Couple
year.
weddings we've had last
Couple of weddings.
weeks.
But, you know, nobody's really griped about the price or anything, you know, $2,300, and that's what we're charging.
How much, are we getting, are we using a arena very much?
I've had this young man that has come and, you know, he's used it, but there's so many things that are wrong. And so what I've told him, go ahead and fix it and bring me the receipts.
There's a lot of interest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that ask about it. Can we start using it? How can we use it?
What kind of things are wrong?
Well, like, a lot of times where they rope, Tom, the fences are down, or either the lights aren't working or something.
Some
And so-
welding work that needs to be
Welding,
done.
you know, things like that. And I've had this young man that's used it a couple of times, and in fact, I'm probably gonna meet with him tomorrow, because supposedly his friend kind of fixed a lot of things that needed to be fixed. But we don't rent it that much, so we, you know.
The people that are using it really want to use it, and so they're actually they're fixing things for us gratis right now because they want to use it.
And I had checked with Henrietta if that was okay. Instead of charging them rent, let them fix what needed to be fixed. And so it was, you know, it was okay.
Say her name and she
Say her name, she wasn't.
Sorry, I was finishing up a meeting with the mayor pro tem. I apologize.
But anyway, it hasn't been rented much this year.
But that hasn't been,
because we haven't marketed it either.
yeah, we have, but there has been interest.
Yeah. And I have the same people use it, like Jaime uses it every once in a while, Jaime Macias.
I have
And then this little boy, his name is Mason Solis, I think.
I had a meeting last week doing some meetings with Richardson Chevrolet, and they showed a lot of interest. They want to work with us. They would like to put on a rodeo, and they would. That was something that they brought up, that they would like to do it here. So there's people that know about it, but you know, as we get moving, we have different things going on back there. We just kind of got to see where our marketing should go, what should we be pushing, and based on possible construction, things like that we just got to
And
weigh
like
it
I
all
said,
out.
it needs a lot of repairs, you know. You can't charge people $400 or $500 for something that, you know,
It's not ready to be.
right. So I've kind of worked with these people that do rent it, but like I said, it hasn't been rented much this year.
If I could just add to that, could we, have you been keeping a record of these repairs or these reports of issues with the roping?
We've just started, Tom, and in fact, I meet with this young man tomorrow, and he's gonna bring me the invoices or whatever they have to do out there.
We asked them to give us a list of what needs to be done there, what have you done, but what needs to be done, because we want, not being I'm not a rodeo guy, neither is she, so we don't really know terminology and stuff when they say that, and so we want to make sure that we know what they're talking about, but,
And the thing is, I never go back there to, you know, to check it out.
Well, I'm just saying that it might be a good idea that we keep track of what they report.
Oh,
And
definitely.
we also keep track of what they repaired, and maybe have somebody inspect the repairs, because ultimately, letting folks do it for free, which is great, it imputes the liability on.
Especially like on electrical.
Oh, if they're doing that, they don't need
Or
to.
something
Well, I
like
think
that.
it's mostly like maybe welding and
Fixing
the
the
fences and stuff like that. I don't think it's anything like major, like electrical or anything or whatever. But I'll find out more tomorrow when the young man comes and meets with me and brings me what they've done.
Okay. Just good records.
Sure.
That would make the board happy.
And I did that, I think, last year too, on some things, also with Jaime.
Okay. Move on to letter C. I think you kind of covered that in your presentation a minute ago about discussing the price of concessions, beer, wine, et cetera. That was something Mr. Sack was concerned about. And we are doing the wine. We're competitive, are we still competitive on our,
Right now, yes, we are competitive. We are not the highest people around, and we are not the lowest, but we are.
How much is beer? $3 or $3.50?
No, the beer, domestic is $3.50 and import is $4.
And the wine's $4.
The wine's $4, the sodas are $2, and the water is $1.50. And, you know, we just went up on that price for the beer not too long ago, and I haven't had anybody complain. They just pay it.
Yeah, drink.
I know.
okay, discussion related to, item D here is discussion related to possible 4A sponsored Labor Day Tejano music event. And I guess that's what it ends. It says "and," but there's nothing that's going beyond that.
That's a Joe Tejada and Tony Rivera thing. Joe had brought up, everybody's brought up, we've all talked about it for many, many months, that we had money that we needed to do fundraising. I had proposed this event, the July 3rd event, and at the same time, Joe had proposed that he wanted to do a Tejano event. And at that time, we leaned toward the July 3rd event because it was coming up, and we went that way, and told Joe to work with me on numbers and some sort of proposal on doing this event a little bit later down the line so we could plan it. So Joe's come and met with me probably 4 times, back and forth, and going over budgeting, and we both kind of set up parameters on how we would have to spend money, how we would have to make money. And at the end of the day, it's an event. All of our events should be to make money. They don't have to make $50,000, but we would like for them to make money. So Joe worked on it, and I worked on it, and we came up with a budget to look at it and see if it was something that we could pull off. I was happy with a final budget that we put together that showed we do an event. It would be a Labor Day weekend event on a Sunday, much like we're doing the July 3rd event, where you don't work on Monday, so it allows the opportunity for more people to show up. It would be indoors, and it would consist of 3 major Tejano groups that we are getting for a pretty discounted price of about, including one opening band, a local Floresville band called Cuvo, for about $11,500, which was pretty darn good in regards to keeping that budget low and having quality, very, very good entertainment. And so Joe and I worked up the numbers, and basically this event would be here at the event center on that Sunday. It's Sunday, September 4th, from 6 to 12 a.m. Consists of 4 bands. And it would be it wouldn't be like, the setup would be more of a dance hall setup where there would be VIP tables, but tables right up in the front at the stage. Bar stool, the bar tables up, things like that, where all different ticket prices would be sold. Most of the tickets would be sold online. I've been working with an online company to try to get that to work out. And we're looking at, potentially, if you had 600, I do budgets, so 600 people show up, pay different price ranges. And I'm basing a lot of this on some history. We don't have lots of history, but some history on revenue and ticket sales. You're looking to make anywhere from you know, I like to under-promise, over-deliver, go the low end, $8,000 to $14,000, $15,000. But it'd be a fundraiser, you know, $8,000, $14,000, $15,000 a week, you know, that's a lot of money when compared to facility rentals and that kind of stuff of the paying people to reset ballrooms and things like that. That would take us about 4 or 5 events, Lord. You know, that we could probably try to do that in one event. And it's just ways of the 4A trying to continue to find ways to generate money. It doesn't have to be 20. If we make $3,000 on a little fundraiser here and we make 5 there and 25 here, man, it's all positive because at the end of the day, we do have a note to pay. We do have things around here that need to get reinvested in. And so, Joe, believe me, Joe's been around the business a long time, and Joe has experienced good and bad, and Joe's experienced bands that are $40,000 and $5,000 and $500. And so Joe and I went through a list of 38 bands, and I got all their prices, and I said, Joe, this is where we could be at. Do we want to go get one band for this big price, or do we want to go get quality entertainment and really, you know, a poster with 4 bands on it looks a lot cooler, I think, than one band, that kind of thing. And so Joe was instrumental in picking the bands, looked at them, and go ahead, Joe. I mean, I don't know, make some comments. Talk to me about what you think about it, but I think it would be a not too much of a risk.
Well, we get that. If it's 800 people, well, I make about almost $30,000.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's about all of us work. I mean, it's one of those things though. It's a 4A event, so it's a 4A all-inclusion of everybody's got to have to pick up somewhere and help promote it. My job is the marketing guy for the city, and I'm going to do as much as I can to support any event that the 4A wants to do. But I can't do it all by myself. Gloria cannot do it all by herself with me, because we also have other things we have to do. So it's, hey, Joe said, I will get the posters out. All right, Joe, you know, but I don't want to depend.
Does that include like any radio marketing or anything?
That includes radio on KXTN. That includes print media, flyers, posters, all that kind of stuff. You're looking at expenses to put on the event, about $20,000 to $22,000 to put it on. That's not upfront money. That's partial. But revenue, on some projections on revenue, you're looking at between $30,000 and $35,000 revenue. That's on the low end. You know, I'm not going to go commit to 1,000 people showing up and paying. I'm going to go lower because you just never know. But I want to be safe, and when we're being safe, and when we go backwards and saying, well, how much is it going to cost us versus the expense, we figured it to where we could make money, and that's the bottom line.
As long as we make a profit.
Yes, sir.
As long as we don't lose.
Yes,
This
sir.
event won't have any sponsorship.
This will have some minimal, okay? And the reason why I put minimal in there, we might have a lot, but in my short time in Floresville, and talking with sponsors and potential sponsors, dealing a lot with them on this, I've got a lot of sponsors jumping at the 4th of July event. It's a different dynamic, and the reason why is I get to say, this could potentially have 3,000 people, 5,000 people, okay? And so they may come in for this event, but they're going to come in at the same measurement of people. So somebody that gave me 2,000 might give me 200, because based on the amount of people is how they base how much dollars they're going to give you. I am still trying to work on a relationship with Walmart corporate. Walmart locals starting to open the door a little bit, but Walmart corporate, they had some, you know, they watch the media, they listen to the media, they just didn't want to touch Floresville right now, just because of just where we are with our city, which was fine. We're going to prove them wrong and prove things better, and that's part of our job as marketing. But in my budget here, I put a line item of $2,000 on sponsorship, and the reason why I put that there like that is I based it off of the holiday extravaganza and knocking on people's doors for that in regards to sponsorship. There wasn't a lot of people. Granted, you have to have, you know, to get more sponsorship, you need to have 5, 6, 7 months in advance to go out there. because people put their budgets together. Most people put their budgets together by October for the whole next year. And so I need to be approaching people before October for all the next year. And so that's why Henrietta and I have been working, and Gloria have been working on a schedule of events for next year, so we can start working a whole year in advance. It's a work in progress. That's definitely that way, but my goal is to put together budgets that are going to be safe. Yeah, I mean, I think I showed it.
Did you see this, Joe?
Yeah, Joe. But like I said, to do this event for Labor Day on that weekend, it needed to be put on the agenda. It needed to be approved for us to move forward, because these bands will not stay available if I let them hold there for 2 or 3 more weeks or 4 more weeks to another meeting. And then I'll go back to the drawing board and try to find bands again, but they may not be as a quality. They may be
And they
small.
both have a good following. We brought both of them.
And then
Yeah.
Hometown Boys, I mean, yeah. And so,
What do you think of it?
So what you're asking us to do today is to authorize going ahead and making plans on this?
yes, sir.
Do I have a motion to that effect? Okay. Would you state your motion so?
I'll make a motion to go ahead with this event. So,
As a 4A sponsored
for a
event.
4A sponsor event. So, we will second.
Yeah. Okay. All those, we have a motion by Hannah, second by Harris to sponsor this September 4th event. Any discussion? Well, then, go to the vote. All those in favor? Okay. That's unanimous.
Can I make one more comment?
Sure.
Mario, you haven't been here very long, and you haven't been here very long. My job's to help put these things together for anybody, not just the 4A, for people that come, other people in the city, things like that. So if you have ideas of anything, bring it to me, because we're at that point, Henrietta and I and Gloria, are at the point where we're putting things together, plans together. How can we do this? How can we do that? Wine tasting and food tasting that we're going to be doing, things like that. And it's not just board members, it's community members. If you have an idea, you have something, man, I'm here to help you put it together. And so just think about it that way. This is something Joe's been talking about since I got here. And so it's taken a long time for me and Joe to get together and really get it down to where it's going to be a profitable thing. But we're going to get there. We're going to make it happen. But I want to make sure that everybody else knows that we do have money as a 4A group to invest in fundraisers. Henrietta and the City Council put that aside for us, and so it's there. If you have ideas, bring it to me, and we'll run it.
Okay. Moving on to the next one. Here is discussion about certain real property matters related to the Floresville Parks Plan in accordance with the Chapter 551.072 Texas Government Code. The board reserves the right to convene an executive session to discuss these matters at this time. My recommendation is we do so. Anyone disagree with that? Okay. Then we're going to go into executive session at 6:35. And I guess we'll meet in Gloria's office.
Oh, y'all gonna move.
Y'all want to stay here?
Are you gonna, y'all staying and we move?
Well,